Since 15 years we were waiting to buy the Luigi Pericle Giovanetti's house. Finally, my wife and I had the chance to acquire it, including the paintings of his owner, Luigi Pericle Giovanetti, who died in 2001, leaving no heirs. I knew Mr. Giovanetti, Luigi Pericle, as a wise man, but only now I realize we are in front of an undiscovered artist of the last century. Since Luigi Pericle made few expositions in England, after which he refused to expose further or sell, he is not known. He spent his life in the retreat in Ascona. Our aim now is to expose his painting in museums and galleries. Sir Herbert Reed, personal friend of Picasso and Man Ray, advisor to Peggy Guggenheim as collector, promoted Surrealism, co-founded the Institute of Contemporary Arts. Reed was trustee of the Tate Gallery and curator at the Victoria and Albert Museum, professor at Harvard University. Sir Reed in 1965 wrote, "On a recent visit to Switzerland, I was invited to visit the studio of an artist whose work was unknown to me, Luigi Pericle. I went without great expectations, because an unknown artist is so often an unformed artist, or at best a talented amateur. I found an artist whose works immediately impressed me by their professional skill and strange beauty. Here, evidently, was an artist who had perfected his talent in stillness, and was using the talent to express a subtle perception of reality. Sometimes there was a vague suggestion of naturalistic forms, but forms itself was established behind phenomenal appearance to represent some inner essence, some spiritual condition that can be represented only in the abstract harmonies of line and colors. A metaphysical art, therefore, but one that remains faithful to the sensuous qualities of the material of the painter's craft. Luigi Pericle was a mature artist whose work is highly appreciated in England and Switzerland, that is no better known in other countries, that can only be attributed to the artist's extreme modesty and long pursuit of an absolute beauty." The villa in Ascona where Luigi Pericle lived with his wife was provided by Peter G. Staechelin in order to let Luigi Pericle develop his paintings without material problems. The Staechelin's collection consists in more than 100 paintings. Here we find Luigi Pericle 1965's catalogue that was printed thanks to the mecenas patron Peter G. Staechelin. But who is Peter G. Staechelin? I found a video of the mecenas patron Peter G. Staechelin in an article of the Washington Post, for example. Summarizing, Peter G. Staechelin owned a remarkable art collection including Picasso, Gauguin, Van Gogh, Monet, Manet, Cézanne, Pissarro paintings. Some of them must be sold after the crash of one of the planes and the consequential financial breakdown of his airline. We find as well that patron Rudolf Staechelin sold a Gauguin, Nafea, for $300 million to Qatar. This is the most expensive picture of the world. The exhibition Color, Form and Texture in March '64 at the Tooth Gallery in London showcased some of the most important contemporary artists like St. Francis, Derek Hurst, Karel Appel, Jean Dubuffet, Luigi Pericle and many others. The buyers of Luigi Pericle paintings in the 60s, between them we can find Basil de Ferranti, parliamentarian, Bennett Corn, TV executive. Here we have a picture of USA President Truman shaking hands with Bennett Corn at the Truman Library. Bennett Corn was an executive with the Metromedia Corporation in the 50s and 70s. Lady Mariel, the daughter of Alec Douglas Home, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Luigi Pericle is best known for his cartoons, picture stories and anthropomorphic birds that were published in magazines and anthologies. His biggest success was the Marmot Max, who made his first appearance in satirical British magazine Punch in 1952. Few people were aware of Giovanetti's painting skills, since, after the first success, he never wanted to exhibit or sell his works. Luigi Pericle was not only a painter, but an eclectic cosmopolite international illustrator, an homeopath, a searcher, passionate and well-read in mysticism, Zen Buddhism, theosophy, Egyptology, homeopathy, and, nobody's perfect, ufology.